Hello and welcome back to the Great War Western Front. It is April 1915, and we are playing as the Allies, trying to find the right place to set up our offensive along the front in France here. Now we had been looking at Noyon, but they reinforced, brought it up to 5 corps, so we shifted the attack a little north to Piron. It is now the rainy season, so it reduces artillery damage, reduces movement speeds, and the one other place we've been looking at is Vouzières. We've got 3 different places we can attack from, so that is an option. Although now, just looking at how things are going to go, I think I'm going to attack Noyon. They have more units there. That's going to be more supply they can draw on. But at the end of the day, we can sweep the field and push them out. So I think I'm going to try to keep attacking from there. Now, trying to decide which battle I'm going to manage, let's actually attack with the French first and auto-resolve it to get their... Ooh, that was a big loss. Try to get their battle fatigue ticking up. Do the same thing. Stalemate again. Let's build up a little supply. I don't want to run out. And then we will attack from Compiègne. I'm just looking, making sure I'm not missing anything. Here we go. All right, and this is one of those weird maps that, let's see, why do I not have any air support available? I wonder if I need more research to actually use my air wings. It's got that kind of L shape, so it's tough to set up Bavarian Jaegers. Interesting. I haven't actually encountered the Bavarians yet in the game. Excuse me. So this is going to be an interesting assault. They send 4 companies at us instead of 3. I wonder if it's this map setup that makes them send more companies. Now we've got a bearing on where we are. And if you're new to this game, you'll notice that they have a morale penalty. That white bar is morale. And that is because this sector has been attacked twice already this turn. So I am just firing away with my artillery, getting started, hitting their positions. I can hit all four of my artillery batteries can hit this area, but if I start attacking other areas of the map, that's when it's going to start to get tough. Because I probably can't, let's see, my heavy, one can hit X, one can hit the beginnings of their command area, and none of my light can really hit any of that, and that's just the way it's set up. You can't cover the whole map like you can with some of those maps that are a straight shot. So once I'm reloaded here, and I will fast forward until I will start that first assault. Looks like this trench might actually be empty. So that'll be a good place for us to settle down and absorb any counterattacks.
We have new orders. Take firing positions!
And here I'm going to try to actually pick specific trenches. We'll see if it works out. I'm going to send my elites to that back trench. Where are my Gurkhas? Now they're less effective in the base climate. That's what the Indian infantry get. But you get Gurkha companies without having to do the research. So that's a nice advantage because those companies are fast, really good in melee combat. Let's see. I wonder if they're actually going to move like they're supposed to. It looks like they are. Now I'm watching them closely. Nope, it's all weird. It's all weird. So I'm just going to send them in a bum rush toward the middle. Alright, so now we're starting to take rifle fire. Let's see. I wonder if there's... I'm just going to hit this one head on. Let's see. This area I can hit with light and suppress the whole thing. I'm gonna try to hit here and hope that's gonna take out a wide area. And then I'm gonna take out that back machine gun as well, hopefully. There we go. And now their rifle fire is gonna be pretty ineffective. Let's get these trenches taken. So there we go. Our Gurkhas are in. Let's see. Balloon is down. I need to get these machine guns quiet. And if one of my companies breaks here, I will get reinforcements in this trench. Let's actually get you guys over to this trench before we lose you. Looks like we got a bit of a traffic jam here. I wonder what's going on with these guys. They're just stuck or something. All right. So we managed to actually take a little bit. Off to a good start. And we've got a lot of fire coming in. Wonder, these trenches are connected, so I'll be able to send these troops up without exposing them. Bring up some more companies to hold. I've got to keep them suppressed or else they're going to wreck my reinforcements coming up. There we go. And now we've got this trench held. Those grenades will take out the machine gun post. Let's move up. If I take this trench, we can take out that second machine gun. Now they have elites coming up. That's going to make my efforts to get troops across here much.
Stand by for orders.
All right. Spacebar's pause, which is lucky because that's just a panic reaction from playing lots of other RTS games.
Ready yourselves. Get in position.
Attention.
Figure out what we're doing with these guys before they get wrecked by artillery.
Take firing positions.
Ready yourselves. We're moving.
All right, we'll get some light artillery there to suppress this machine gun just in case. I can't tell exactly where that's gonna be. We'll send 2 companies over. They've got a lot of machine guns over here. I think we'll have this trench taken. Whoop, stay in the trench. You will die immediately if you don't. But stay in the trench. All right, yeah, we'll take this back trench. We'll get those elites out. How is the rest of it looking? Pretty good, pretty good. Now, this Indian company's definitely not going to survive the artillery barrage. But, oh wow, I've got a lot of troops here I forgot about.
We have new orders. We're moving.
We'll just send these guys straight over, and that'll be the reinforcements we need to push the rest of the way through. What are you guys? Pioneers. They can take out barbed wire. Interesting. We're still getting hit with quite a bit of artillery fire. Oh, I wonder if they just got out of the trench and that's why the machine guns were able to hit them. Must have been it. The artillery made them retreat. Oh, bad decision. Too much machine gun fire to make that reasonable.
We have new orders.
All right, so we've got some more companies here,
Ready on the line. Ready yourselves. On the line.
and I'm gonna send them to the that back trench in the corner.
Attention.
We've got 2 elites,
Attention. Take firing positions.
so I'm gonna send them to this
We have new
second line back corner trench, I guess is the way to describe it. And I'm going to use my heavy artillery to make sure these machine guns don't bother me. And I think it's going to work out nicely that I will be out of the area when this artillery arrives. Alright, we're going to get hit with some Bavarian Jaegers. And I think they are going to push through my riflemen here. But I've got elites right behind them that will be able to hold up. And I believe they might be the last unit I need to get through to finish pushing through Y. Let's see. I'll hit them with more artillery while I'm waiting. Wonder how much damage that's going to do if I watch. It's not really doing anything to their morale or their numbers. There we go. Took out a few of them. Yeah, not super effective. There we go. That should be the end of it. And I'd imagine with elite infantry, we can take these guys out pretty quick. Just because of the strength difference.
Stand by for orders. Ready on the line.
Keep these guys in the trench.
New orders. Ready on the fire step. We hold.
There we go. Now we are capturing Y. And I'm going to hit this area with heavy artillery. Let's hit it twice. Fortunately, they're getting out of there. Let's send one of these units up, and as soon as my other company of riflemen breaks, I will send them up too. Oof. These guys had a bad time while I wasn't looking. But I think with this next company coming up, we'll definitely push the these Bavarian pioneers back, and that'll be enough. Now we've got a small victory here. Do we take the small victory or keep pushing? I'd be inclined to take the small victory on this one. It looks like there's a unit somewhere over here. I'll retreat these guys while I have a moment. Oh, and here they come. We've got a counterattack here. There we go. We'll at least get some fire on these guys before they make it. And we got to get ready to push them back when they inevitably try to come right down my trench lines. This is pretty close to my troops, but I don't think it's too close where I'm going to do damage to my own guys here. I'd like to see more damage being done to them, given how much artillery we're dropping. The barrage is done, so let's push. I think what I need to really swing this is the recon planes. If I can spot their artillery, then I could start counter batterying them, and because we're just taking a ton of casualties with the artillery. Or if we could, I don't know how line of sight works with the AI. There we go. Just waiting for the grenades. It's another machine gun nest gone. I think we've got a narrow victory. Let's cease fire. Let's call it there. If you watched the last campaign, I did turn up the difficulty. Since then, we're now on whatever the hard difficulty is. So I'm going to try to take more of these small victories and wear them down over time. A minor victory. No medals for anybody. That was pretty bloody. And it looks like, I think that the 365 is after the -110. Right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. Does the battle detail give us any more info on how that's calculated? Doesn't say for them, so I'm curious if that might be kind of handled in the back. Oh well. Curious how it's calculated. Let's see what the final results for National will look like, because I know that what they show on that screen is not the final. There's more to it. Alright, no, it actually was the same. We only spent 256 gold and spent 110 supplies. Though now that I think about it, it showed on the last screen 370 something for our losses in gold minus 110. So maybe that number is pre the modifier. If we had them completely surrounded here, we keep attacking, but they're down 45 morale from battle fatigue. So I think we're going to call it there. I don't think we're going to keep pushing on the other attacks. Let's see if they attack us. Yes, they're attacking us in Ghent, and we need to hold on to Ghent. This is going to be tough. We only have 3 corps there, and they've got 9 attacking us. All right, so I am set up with just 2 heavy artillery. Let's see what kind of plane they have. Looks like recon or a fighter. I'm wondering if I didn't have planes last time because I had just moved those into the region. That might have been why I didn't have planes, and those recon planes would have been a big help for me. Now, in a defensive battle like this, the Belgians are great to have because their bonus is reduced negative morale effects. So that would be, I guess that would be a bigger thing if I was dealing with tanks and those kinds of negative morale effects. But that's still going to be helpful for me. Trying to think of what else would be a negative morale effect. Negative morale modifiers. So maybe that would be battle fatigue and things like that, tanks. I wonder if that applies to regular just damage, shelling, whatever like that. Got it on fast. Let's wait to see where they attack. My strategy here is disconnected trenches. So if they take one trench, they have to get out of the trench and expose themselves to fire again to try to take the next trench. And by having a few lines here, I'm hoping that by doing that, they'll get worn out, have to retreat by the time they get to the second or third line, and then I could just move right back in. Got a couple machine gun nests, 4 machine gun nests, which is more than I usually play with. But just judging by the number of supplies I had, I thought that might be worth it. So they've got artillery coming in. I'm calling that a solid indicator of where they are attacking from. Waiting to see if there's a more substantial line of attack that I need to hit with more artillery. And there it is. They've got vets coming up, so I'm going to try to take those out. They have hit my first line. Pretty well suppressed by artillery. I was hoping also that by making my defense a little deeper than normal, that it would prevent them from suppressing too much at once. But they have pretty solid suppression going on. And here they have a bomber, so I'm going to send a fighter in, try to counter that. Let's see what I can do, getting some reinforcements in. They have swept aside the first couple troops here, and in each area of the battlefield, roughly a quarter of the battlefield each, I have one trench that is upgraded. And I'm hoping that with that upgraded trench, I can at least have a strong point that can hold out a little longer, be less vulnerable to artillery fire. All right, we knocked out a German fighter. Very good. And let's see if we can just take out these front lines with artillery. We have more troops incoming, which is exactly what I was afraid of. And right after I ran out of artillery too, we gotta wait to reload here. Now, so far, we're winning the casualty battle pretty solidly. Let's make sure these guys are in a fighting formation and not just in a column. Because if they're in a column, when they get hit by artillery, not if, they'll get wrecked. Just a few shells will take out most of them. So here we have a pretty solid attack coming. And we weren't actually able to get reinforcements to that second trench. How is this line holding up? They're shelling this one pretty solidly. I think we'll be able to hold this because we have 2 companies here, and we have another bomber coming in. I'll get a fighter on site here. I'll retreat 1 company. Oh, very nice. Didn't realize I had another company here I could call in. Now, once I get a little closer, I will... Let's see if we can get to that trench. I'm going to hit them with artillery here and see if I can actually get my guys to this next trench line. Oh, we got another attack here. Looks like a good artillery target. Let's hit it. They're in the open. They're going to take some casualties. But unfortunately, I'm getting suppressed here. They're doing a good job of it, honestly. So it's going to be tough for me to hold in the center here. I have a third line, but if they keep suppressing me like this, it's not going to matter. Oh, I thought we were going to get some shots off with the machine gun finally, but it was not meant to be. So I'm going to call in some more guys to this third line, and hopefully we can hit it. Why are we not firing on these elites? Come on, come on. They're coming at my next trench line here. This is a tough one. I lost another machine gun nest. I'm going to actually retreat some troops from the right side. I'll at least recoup the points from it, but then I can redeploy them to my left. How are we doing? We are barely hanging on to this back trench. Let's see how this looks. We have more back here? No, not yet. All right, and they're still hanging out in my trench. I don't like it. I'm gonna try to hit them as they're coming in, weaken them a bit before they get to me. And that should keep them suppressed too, so that they're not hitting me at full strength. Oh yeah, this is a good spot. Let's bring another unit over to that trench so that we're not just sitting ducks here. Don't have much that's mobile. I'm gonna retreat this unit as well. I'll get the points back, so I'm not worried about retreating them. What I am worried about is making sure I have as many units deployed as I can, because we're gonna need to counterattack into some of these trenches after we lose them right here. There we go. 2 of them surrendered, which is at least going to get me a little breathing room to get back into these trenches. And this artillery is now available again, so I can... Where's that rifle fire? I'm not sure. Can't exactly see where that is coming from. I'll slide them over here. I think we're gonna hold. Because usually the attacks get weaker as you go. And we are pretty far along here. This barrage should be dead on to do some damage to this company hitting me. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're going to get hit by a ton of rifle fire here. But they are going to be weakened by the time they get to my trenches. At least that second line company is going to take a real beating. And now the center is under attack. I think I'm in a little better shape in the center. Let's see. Do I have anything here I need to move? No, not really. Let's see. This is a solid trench, so it's going to be a little more resistant to artillery. How's my left doing? Still holding on. Not great, but still holding. And I'm not going to let them just have that. Where can I send reinforcements here? Let's see. I'll reinforce this trench just to give them somewhere to go in case I'm not paying attention once again. How is this looking? Good. Good. We'll hold out here. And we're going to lose this trench, but it'll be okay. I'm going to hit this one. Keep them suppressed while I move up a force to attack. Maybe I can get them in this trench closer to the left and plug this gap in my lines. Let's see. Oh, nope. They suppressed me before I could get the real rifle fire going there. But now we've got two companies in this trench, and we'll take it back. Those pioneers aren't going to last long. Unfortunately, even with my defense in depth, that only works as long as you have depth, and they have punched through the depth I had. So we're facing down this being less effective now. I hear a plane, and I only have 70 supply left. Let's see. Might have to use these guys on the move and just keep them out of trenches. Yeah, I'm gonna have to push through, try to get into these trenches. Let's see. I'm gonna have to hit my own guys here because it's too close. Get in, get in. Anything I can hit here? Why are we not in this trench? This is tight. Wonder if they're running out of artillery yet. Nope, just as I say that, they hit me with another barrage. Let's make sure we're in skirmish formation here, so I'm not just offering sacrifices to the Bavarians. I do have one battery ready to fire if I can find a good target. Catch them in the open here, keep them from landing effective fire on my troops. And too bad, I think I'm at a bad angle here to really make the most of this. These guys should be landing fire on this other incoming company. Hit too far behind him with that barrage. But they're now taking rifle fire from my guys dug in this trench. And that'll put us in much better shape once they actually get there for melee combat. Other thing I didn't realize is that I am out of supplies. These guys have held off like mad, but I'm just out of dudes. I'm gonna retreat this company and then use that to shift some resources over here. Maybe have one more company, use my last company to call in to hold out in case they launch another attack. But just thinking of the number of attacks they've launched, they've got to be low on supplies. I have basically one barrage left. Is that right? Nope, not even. So I'm kind of out of options here. I've got to let them overrun A and just try to hold off in these other sectors for another 3.5 minutes. I wonder if there's any way I can position my guys to make it tougher for them to advance. It's the only thing I can really do. Oh, ceasefire? Yeah, let's ceasefire. So they didn't take any ground. And that's going to make it nice for me in the victory calculations. Let's see what we've got. They had a lot of casualties there. They are using a field hospital, but we still won there, and just a stalemate. But given the number of the difference in the number of cores we had, I'll take a stalemate there. Yeah, I'll take that. That was a lot of gold, though. Oh, they're attacking Ghent again. From Odenard. Do we fight this one? I'm gonna auto-resolve this. Stalemate. Look at that. Only 96 gold reserves. I don't know how that calculated, but I'm happy with it. It's now May 1915. Let's check out our events. Cocaine Panic. So are we going to punish them or reward them for using cocaine, basically? I'll take the national will penalty and the gold. We're going to punish them for using cocaine. Italy joins the war. So we now have a British and French corps. The French I am deploying right to Ghent because that's going to be the hardest spot to hold. I'll send the Brits to Compiègne. Let's check out our research here. I like the engineering tree, but I think we don't have the points for it. Yeah, even that first one is 2 points. So do we save or do we go for something? I do use balloons quite frequently on attack. Mortar emplacements and machine guns. The base damage of machine guns would be helpful, but the thing about machine guns is they just get knocked out so quickly. So, I don't know. I don't know how valuable those really are. Let's see. Agent housing, army intel. What do we have over here? Letters from home. Increased gold rewards. That's helpful. Let's sit tight on this point, and we'll wait for the next turn. I think we are going to... Let's see. Do we want to go for it? No, we'll sit on it. Let's call it there for today. Somehow held off against overwhelming odds in Ghent. And we will pick this up next time. Thanks again for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series and have a good one.